can I have another wine?
You're listening to the Giggle Gang podcast.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
If you want it, just come get it.
A Giggle Gang podcast.
Just be myself.
For fuck's sake.
You know, sometimes people pay me to say ridiculous shit, and sometimes I just say it for free.
Jesus Christ.
You're listening to the Giggle Gang podcast.
About what exactly, mate?
Take your pick. What's with the tuft of hair coming out of your fucking cap? This is what I'm specifically talking about.
How are your fucking audience going to realise what the fuck you're talking about when they're listening to what is quite clearly an audio podcast and you're trying to make a visual joke?
The purpose
Know
is...
your audience, that's the most important rule of comedy.
Do you know what the good thing is though?
What?
Is that I can edit any of this out, right? So we can actually start whenever I want to start. What I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to warm up the chat for you, right? Try to get your conversational, get your head out of your phone, get your mind on the prize, all right? And the prize is not sex tonight, Raul, all right? The prize is a meaningful conversation.
Then I've already lost. It's game over, really, isn't it?
Oh, we should tell people we're in a restaurant in Edinburgh.
Bullocks, it's 134.
Why are we shouting them out? We're not getting the food for free.
Yeah, fair point. But who knows? We shout them out on the podcast and they.
We're at City Cafe.
Actually, they might be famous. They might be like just recording a quiet podcast in a quiet corner of a restaurant.
Yeah.
They couldn't previously find at 11:25 on a Wednesday night.
They've turned the music down for us.
Like, maybe we should just give them like the food free.
There's a
Just 'cause
possibility.
you never know. And then if they don't, we can edit it out.
Yeah.
If they do, get that shit.
Now I'm having to do a lot of fucking editing.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. In the words of Carl Hutchinson.
So, Raul, I wanted to... Oh, here comes our fucking lagers. Happy
Why
days.
is one pipe bigger than the other? I'm confused as fuck right here.
Different glasses.
Different widths.
Different widths.
Oh, you give me the big one. You thinking I'm needing it, eh?
Take it how you want.
Is it because I'm a fat cat?
I'm tripping balls, me, G. Like, I can't. This
you-
is some like mathematical equation problem I ain't dealt with in a long time. Like, nah, you can't understand this as listeners, audio-wise.
He's just bought us
Do you
2
see why
pints.
I'm tripping?
Yeah, I do, because, like, I thought
Well, I
pints...
just bought you 2 pints. I thought you bought me 2 pints. I bought you 2 pints.
I mean, I can pay for the pints.
Nah, I'll pay for the pints. I understand. G.
I'm wondering though how you can have different sized pint glasses, because I thought a pint was like a legal measure of drink. Is that what's wrong with this country?
Yeah, there's a lot wrong with this country, but mainly the fact that we can't measure pints right is exactly what's wrong. Not the fact that Churchill
Can you get a
killed,
photo
like,
of these pints?
Not the fact that like Churchill killed 4 million Indians in 1 year in a famine, or the fact that we've been oppressing Scotland and Ireland for an eternity. But yeah, to do with it, yeah, like the fact that we don't measure pints properly, that's the issue really at hand.
Can you take a picture of these pints so that we can possibly like upload it with this episode?
Hell
So that
yeah.
people can get sort of like a visual representation of like fucking Edinburgh Pint Gate and what the fuck's going on with these people. Are you just messaging birds?
I am in a scenario where this is getting cut out of the podcast, I'm telling you right now. This ain't making it. This, yeah. Ain't making it. I've taken your fucking picture, mate. This ain't making it.
Let's talk seriously though about you as a young man. Were you always a confident and charismatic child, or did you grow into this?
So I was and I was not. It's complicated actually. Talk about that shit. You're unleashing a lot of memories here. So I was like confident. I was charismatic. It was an actor called Shah Rukh Khan in Bollywood. Yeah.
Okay.
My mother was like in love with him. Yeah. Like to the point where like I saw a picture of my dad holding me as a baby when I was about 5 or 6. I said, when did I meet Shah Rukh Khan and why did nobody tell me? Like my mother fancied Shah Rukh Khan so much she married the man who looked the spitting image of him
So it
when he was
wasn't
younger.
him?
It was my dad. It was my actual
alright,
dad.
so your dad's
and
not
at
a
5, 6,
Bollywood
I'm
actor.
looking at this picture going, fuck, when did I meet Shah Rukh Khan? Why did nobody tell me about this? And I couldn't actually conceive of the fact that my dad just looked a lot like Shah Rukh Khan when he was younger.
Right. Okay.
And Shah Rukh Khan's a Bollywood star. When you consider Bollywood, it's not just acting, it's not just a hero, it's like dancing as well. And so, like, when I was a kid, apparently, like, I do remember to a degree, like, I was dancing in Timberlands, like, pretending, like, you know, doing all the fucking shit, like, doing jokes, doing this, that, and the other. I was always the entertainer, but also at the same time, like, brown boy growing up in a tough northeast area.
Yeah. He grew up in Newcastle, for those that can't tell from the accent. I don't think that's many of them.
Yeah, like, but it's one of them when you grow up in that. Look, I went to a posh school. I grew up in a tough area.
Okay.
Both of
school
them,
in
I
a
was
tough
like,
area.
yeah.
Okay.
Both of them, I was awkward because I was a brown boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
And that's
just not very many brown people where you live.
Nah, exactly that, right?
But did your parents have like good jobs? They have like good like.
Dad owned a corner shop.
Okay, so brown jobs.
Mother ran the other corner shop that dad owned.
Okay.
We was like, yo, king of the stereotypes, yeah.
Proper brown.
Now, where the corner shop was, it was a case of like, yo, who, yo, fucking, who the fuck are these? Like, but it was always a case of like, by and large, we got away because like, yo, my dad was my dad. He was like a pillar of the community.
Right.
Like, you can't get tick from Tesco. You can get tick from Big Brother.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like,
You
but
had
in
like
Heaton-
a tick system going at a corner shop?
Yeah, because like we knew where they lived and like, yo, it was just like a community vibe. It went over time, but it was a community vibe there, you know what I mean?
Okay. No one
But-
took the piss. Are you saying no one took the piss?
Nah, like, mate, I saw my dad laid out. Like, that's not funny, like, that's tough. Like, I saw my dad, like, blood coming out of his head.
Because he tried to get someone to pay money, or
No,
because he
not
got robbed?
tick. Oh, you talk, okay, we're a bit drunk here. We should probably establish that as well. No, as in like, yo, people turned up the shop, people have been shopping there for time and decided they were going to kick the fuck out.
What?
Yeah, and then like me and my mum turned up, my dad, I remember it to this day. I remember so many elements of it. The first thing I remember was we turned up, my dad looked at me and my mother and just went, because we've been caught by the police, you know what I mean? And then he turned to us and he went, and I'm like 13, 14, and he turned to us and what are you doing here? His memory was gone because he'd had that much of a kick in him. And you see your male role model, you see your king, your god, like, you know, that's my dad, bro.
And did
And
they
you
rob
see-
him, or just kick the shit out of him?
Nah, this was the whole thing. They didn't rob him. It wasn't even like racist. It was like, that was just where we live. People get up to that type of shit. Let's kick up the fuck out the corner shop owner because we're fucked up. We've done a lot of fucking speed tonight.
What?
Yeah.
That's like similar.
And the police were like, yo, claim it was racist, claim it was racist, claim it was racist. And he was like, but it wasn't. They just battered the fuck out of me. But there were three of them, twice the size. My dad's tough, bro. My dad is tough.
What?
But three people twice the size just went, fuck it, we'll batter him around.
That's like where I grew up. So have you heard of like the North Island of New Zealand, like right at the top of New
You know,
Zealand?
straight up when it comes to that side of the world, New Zealand, Australia, I pride myself on my geographic knowledge and in terms of like, oh shit, you're a Kiwi, you're a sheep shagger, the stereotype the Australians do. If you were in my audience, that's what I'd say.
Yeah. Other than that?
I don't actually know anything about, I know, you know, The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, I know Jacinda Ardern being a fucking legend, but I don't actually know, thank you very kindly, the food has just arrived.
Food's just
As
arrived.
a Hindu, it is a vegetarian meal. Nonetheless, I don't know anything about the actual side of the world. You know what I mean?
Well, where I used to live was a place called Whangarei, and it was quite a like rough area. And literally, like my parents would wake up and they would check the news, and they would be like, "Let's see who got stabbed last night." Like it was that sort of area. And my dad
That was where we lived.
Well, my dad worked so hard to get us out of there to live in a nice
My
area
dad
of
eventually
Australia.
moved to Gospel, bro. Similar story. He put us in private school before he moved us out of Biker, but he got us to Gospel eventually. But we couldn't buy the house because all the money went to private school education. You know what I mean? That's £6,000 a year, G.
£6,000, £6,000.
Yeah, but when I turned up that fucking school, it was like I got raised in abuse, and I was like, wait, hold up, mate, like I'm not tough. I was top 5 hardest kid at school, so as soon as I turned up to calling a package and bang, they were out cold. They'd never seen violence in their life, and they were like, I'll never call him a packet again, Jesus Christ. Do you know what I mean? So I suppose there's certain elements in a roundabout way to get back to what we're talking about, like Yeah, I was a performer because you're a brown kid in all these different environments. You're working class in one environment, you're upper class in the other. You're still performing. And it's the same reason why I see so many gay acts who are just great because they've been playing all their life. They've been performing.
Yeah.
Because you have to when you're in that particular environment. You know what I mean?
I guess I get what you mean. Do you feel like racism has almost shaped your personality or how you interact?
Horribly so, and I don't mean to be like but it's made me a better person. Like, I'm a great judge of character. I'm street smart.
Yeah.
Like, look at me right now. I'm pissed as fuck. I'm not staring you right in the eye.
Yeah.
I'm not reading scenarios. I'm not looking over my shoulder 24/7. In a
checking
way that's
what's going
perhaps maybe too paranoid, but also kind of like, fuck me, I've got myself out some dodgy scenarios. And that race, Joe, it shaped me. It really shaped me. Because, and this is why I hate that middle class left wing, not left wing, middle class right wing argument of, well, I'm a libertarian because, if you let people be people, they're going to be like, free and they're going to be kind. No, they're fucking not, mate. I've had my fucking head stomped just for being brown.
Really?
Tell me.
If
you tell me you're a libertarian, we'll turn the fucking recording off right now. I'll batter the shit out of you. And we'll see how libertarian you actually fucking are and how much you believe in the kindness of human beings.
Explain to me what libertarian is exactly.
Like the idea that we should all be free to say and do what we want because...
Right, liberal.
No, I'm liberal.
Okay.
But the idea that we should have absolute liberalism.
Okay.
Like complete, fundamental, free liberalism. Like there should be no regulations whatsoever in place. Because I'm a guy who had to cross the street and I crossed the street, I got the shit kicked out of me. Because apparently, according to the libertarians, the world should have been kind, but it wasn't. I crossed the street, I got battered because of how I look.
So it's just like delusion, it's just not really understanding how life actually works and having a distorted view of what society actually really is. Like, he's eating steak at the moment, so if we have breaks
Mate,
in the
my mum
conversation...
listening, she said no.
Oh, sorry.
I'm eating chicken.
Sorry, he's not... I don't know what he's eating, it's brown
Vegan.
people food, it's brown people food.
Go to India, you won't get steak. That's not brown people food. I'll tell you that much right now. It's a holy animal there. I'm like king of the devils right now, but nonetheless.
We're just across from a hotel called the House of Gods.
Say what you said a second ago before you brought up the steak.
Yeah, sorry. So I was saying, is it the fact that people are just completely ignorant to the way that life actually works, and their world's been so nerfed and cotton-wooled and so perfect that the idea of you getting the shit kicked out of you for being brown is just like, oh my god, that's impossible, that's not how the world works.
Yeah, 100%. It's a lack of empathy. It's like, look, like, no, so another libertarian, he said word for word that he thinks Hitler's great. Not Hitler. Churchill's great because, like, whatever he did that was wrong, winning World War II and defeating Hitler was, like, that makes him an objective hero, right?
Okay.
Now, I see that, but I also, I think that's, in some degree, as strange as it sounds, because you've got to bear in mind, I'm aware, Churchill's the guy who defeated Hitler. He's the guy who defeated fascism, in the West, at least, within that contraception.
So you're saying that Churchill's a hero?
Humans are humans. There's no heroes, no villains. We're all shades of grey.
Okay.
Churchill killed 4 million Indians in 1 year in a famine. That's 4 million of my ancestors, right?
Okay.
So if you tell me the fact that he saved 6 million Jews were killed in the Holocaust, right? That's not something that should be taken lightly, right? Mm-hmm. And Churchill saved them. Again, that's not something we should take lightly. That's a heroic act. He won World War II. But he also killed 4 million of my ancestors in 1 year. 6 million Jews over 12. He sent the Black and Tans to Ireland. He ran his own concentration camps in Kenya. I don't know how we draw our lines, mate. I'm sat here eating fucking chips and shit, fucking drunk as fuck. I smoke weed all the time. I'm not the man who's going to bring the world together and decide what models are, yeah? But if I'm told Winston Churchill should be on my £5 note when he killed 4 million of my fucking ancestors, 4 million people who could have been my grandma's friends.
Okay.
How can I not see that and think that's white supremacist?
I'm hearing.
Do you know what I mean? Because 4 million Indian lives are perhaps, by this debate's going, they're less important than 6 million white lives. Now, I don't know, is it the 2 million that makes a difference? Is the fact that Britain were the victors in one particular war and the other? No, I don't decide that. Like, that's not for me.
I think as well we could attribute it to what we just saw. We just went and watched a comedian called Edward Knight, and he was talking about the fact that Shamima Begum's citizenship has been revoked from her for war crimes or whatever the fuck she did, whatever the fuck they allegedly say that she did. When there was what was it, Soldier F? People
that's what he brought up.
Yeah, killed innocent people, and some of the privates have now gone on trial. Not the colonels, not the sergeants, but some of the privates have gone on trial, and British political figures and people are speaking up, saying it's a travesty that we're challenging these people on what they did 50 years ago. They should be seen as heroes instead of, challenging them and holding them accountable for the innocent lives that they took. There's no proof that Shamima Begum took innocent lives. We were so quick to revoke her citizenship. It's got heartburn.
Very well pointed out. Fucking hell. Good judge of character or scenario. The opening joke of my flagship show is Edinburgh. Well, exactly what you're saying. I'm not the man who's going to bring the world together. I spend most of my day smoking weed. Good if you want to write comment forums. I'm one joint away from becoming an incel or joining ISIS. I'm yet to pick the side. I just have questions, no answers.
Yeah.
Like, why could so many white people and right-wing people sympathise with Liam Neeson wanting to axe murder black people? They couldn't sympathise with a girl who was groomed into being a sex slave. Why?
Hang on, what's the Liam Neeson shit? Hang on,
why could so many right-wing people and white people sympathise with Liam Neeson wanting to axe murder people?
He said he wanted to axe murder black people.
He said his friend got raped, and it was by a black man, and then he went out with an axe in his pocket, just hanging around pubs where black people are hung, just like waiting for one to bump into him.
Like legitimate, like Liam Neeson, the actor Liam Neeson.
Yo, did you not see this?
No, I didn't see this at all. I didn't pay enough attention to the news.
Word for word, bro.
Fuck.
Like, he said that, like, yo, I wanted to axe murder a black guy, and I actually respected him for it. So the joke I said was, why could so many right-wing people and white people sympathise with Liam Neeson wanting to axe murder black people, but couldn't sympathise with the girl who got groomed into becoming a sex slave?
Mm-hmm.
Why could so many left-wing people and people of colour sympathise with Shamima Begum wanting to join a terrorist organisation hell-bent on destroying the West, but could not sympathise with a man who had a mental breakdown, albeit a racist mental breakdown, when his friend got raped? Why? Oh, Kelly get erections, but I can't. That's the punchline. But, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm getting at here? Like, I could see both sides. I could see why people sympathise with Shamima Begum.
Yeah.
I could sympathise with Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
But, like, why? What makes them heroes? What makes them villains?
It depends what side of the argument you're on. Like,
yeah.
And again, I feel like, do you feel like, maybe you don't, but I definitely feel like there's too many opinions flying around. There's too many people thinking that what they've got to say is really important, and everyone gets involved and has an opinion. I'm sitting back just being like, if it doesn't affect me, I don't want to get involved. And maybe that's a dangerous road to go down, because too many, if it doesn't involve me, I won't get involved happen, then people start getting away with murder right in front of your eyes.
Yeah, 100%, that's quite sharp, man. And I agree 100%, and I also disagree. Well, I agree 50%, I disagree 50%.
Your percentages are way off, man.
Yeah, I'm not
Tell
good
them
at
they didn't teach maths in Newcastle.
I'm terrible at maths. But, so yeah, I agree, man. I think it's the way we have got to political debate.
Well, we've got into a political debate.
Well, we've got into political debate not through a medium that encourages empathy or education. Mm-hmm. It's not one where I look you in the eyes right now and I go, this is how you think, okay, maybe I might be wrong, let me listen, and vice versa. We've got the one that reprimands, like tells you off for just saying the wrong thing at the wrong time, at the wrong second.
Yeah.
And your career is cancelled.
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada. That goes on and on and on and on and on. But what was the question you exactly asked?
I can't quite remember, but I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about this idea of people finding joy, pleasure, thrill, and glory in trying to ruin someone else's career, whether it be in entertainment, whether it be in politics, whether it be a public figure of any sort of capacity, making a wrong decision and never being allowed an option to be forgiven, forgotten? and rebuild or even apologise. Even apologies don't mean anything. Remember, Tony Abbott, the Australian Prime Minister, got on TV and apologised for the stolen generation. Okay, then
Tony Abbott is a cunt though.
shortly after that, went on a campaign to stop brown people coming into the country.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Within the same period of time, you get on TV, a public apology really means nothing because the people that you appeased here, you disappeased here, and the vice versa. Do you know what I mean? If you're
Somebody's hero is somebody's villain. always.
Absolutely. If you're apologising for the way that we treated the Indigenous Australians, okay, all the Indigenous Australians are very happy, and the white supremacists are being like, what the fuck are we apologising? Black people can't raise kids. Fuck that. And then next week we go, stop the boats, no more brown people coming in. Fuck off, we're full. And it's like all the white supremacists are like, yeah, fuck yeah, we're full. But the brown people are like, hey, we were here first.
My entire show's about this, and it's about the rise of fascist states everywhere. Fascist governments, you got Scott Morrison in Australia, and I can't look, mate. We got Narendra Modi in India. He is a Hindu nationalist. He is a fucking sociopath. He does the Muslims. He was on the United States of America's most wanted terrorist list.
And what is he in
Because
India?
of the fucking president and prime minister.
Okay.
He was on the United States most wanted list.
Really?
As in, this guy is a terrorist on the same level as Bin Laden. And then he became Prime Minister of the greatest democracy and the most populous democracy in the world. And they went, we can't even make him a terrorist now. You know what I mean? The same,
So did they take him off the
you
list?
look at Vladimir Putin. What do you do? It's the same with Vladimir Putin, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
He's done wrong things. And the same with Trump. Brexit, Boris, Zeman, Milos Zeman in the Czech Republic, Viktor Orban in Hungary, Matteo Salvini in Italy, Bolsonaro in Brazil.
How many world leaders are not terrorists? Not many.
And how many are not these days racist, far-right fucking fascists?
What's her name? Arden from New Zealand.
She's a fucking liberal fucking beacon.
Oh.
And I like her because, because I don't like Trudeau. Trudeau in Canada, he's a fucking corporate liberal.
Okay.
So he's liberal because he's pro-trans and he's pro-fucking women and he's pro-ethnic minority for people like me. But at the same time, when working class white people can't eat, he doesn't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? He represents oil companies first and foremost.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
That's why Trump and Brexit are here, because these lost fucking parts of society, Indiana and the Rust Belt and these deindustrialized northern fucking towns in England.
Yeah.
They've literally been told the economy's growing. If they've not seen it, well, tough shit. Even though while London was growing 1,000%, they were shrinking 1%. But by the averages, it made the UK entirely grow by and large. You know what I mean?
Yes, I see.
And so they're looking at this and they're going, oh yeah, fuck, we're growing, yada 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 yada. What do you mean immigrants are taking your jobs? You're lazy, you're racist, you're lazy, you're racist, you're lazy, you're racist. It wasn't even immigrants moving in that took their jobs, it was the immigrants staying at home in China and India where they can do the steel and do the fucking manufacturing for a 20th of the price that these fucking deindustrialised northern English towns can.
Yeah.
Or these
Indiana?
Midwest towns can.
Yeah, I get you. Do you think as well it's like a dangerous thing to do to get to the point where you sort of say, I can't make an impact in politics, or I don't really know what's going on, so I'm just going to be because a lot of young people didn't vote for Brexit, and as soon as the vote came out they instantly regretted it, but then they were like, oh well, I didn't vote for it, I don't really know what's going on, I can't change it, I'll just leave it alone. One person, one vote, it doesn't really compute. Do you feel like that's a bad logic to have, or do you feel like you're the opposite because of your upbringing and what you've been exposed to in the area that you grew up in?
You guys have it right. For most of voting, I think Brexit was a great thing for the country in certain respects.
Yeah.
I voted Remain when the Brexit vote came through.
Yeah.
It's good for two reasons. Number one, fuck's sake, once upon a time, I think for me, I'm hard left, I'm economic left, right? Mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck about political correctness, but look at my circles. I'm an ethnic minority myself, and so are two others. I run with trans people, I run with gay people, I run with these motherfuckers, my crew.
my crew are all trans.
My crew are trans drug dealers, fucking, you know what I mean, gay strippers and shit. I run with some weird motherfuckers. My whole life looks like a fucking perverted gay Moulin Rouge. I'm fucking nuts, right? But these are the crew I run with. I ain't got no issue with these guys, right? Their voices matter. We should be telling their stories.
Yeah.
We are telling their stories. But this whole white male privilege, like class, never got involved, right? Some of my crew is still like white working class boys who have been on the dole all their life, and they ain't gonna do anything else. That's gonna be them. Job seekers, benefits, right? Now, if you're living that life, right? That's your purpose, that's your identity, that's your belonging. And all you're told by the press, what you see on Facebook, social media, all you see in the papers is this is how it's terrible we treat trans people, this is how terrible we treat gay people, this is how terrible we treat black and ethnic minority people. And I'm one of these black and ethnic minority people. But your name, your struggle, your story is never mentioned. Are you not going to get resentful?
Absolutely.
Are you not going to get annoyed?
Isn't it the
And then you're told, you know, you go in the shop, like how many of these come to my shop, they call it a package shop. But they're good people, they like us, they're nice. Like they're not racist, they don't hate us. They just don't understand the ramifications of a word because they ain't privileged enough to grow up with a fucking sociology degree.
Yeah. Isn't that like the justification that they try and give for like suicide bombers and people that are coming? They say basically there's a lot of unrest happening in their country wherever they are, or to their people that they've came from, and they feel like the only way to get back. I'm not being an apologist for terrorism, but that's what it is. At some point when you're just a victim the entire time, the only way you can fight back is the most extreme display of violence against innocent people.
David Cameron once used the term terrorist sympathiser, and nothing is infuriating more. I sympathise with terrorists and I sympathise with incels. Because I don't fucking sympathise with them, I don't understand why the fuck they emerged, how they existed, why they are who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you quote, like you say, I'm not a terrorist apologist, but come on now, like, what? Do you want to blow up this fucking restaurant, man?
No.
Do I want to blow up this restaurant? No. But we need to know why somebody wants to blow up a fucking restaurant, don't we?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're not going to stop people blowing up fucking restaurants.
Yeah, I get you.
So, you come to understand that by looking at somebody's psychology. The only reason I got into comedy because I genuinely felt like if I worked in an office job for too long, I might Columbine the entire office. Where does anger come from? It comes from suffering. Call me a fucking sociopath. Call me a fucking terrorist sympathiser.
Yeah.
But where does anger come? It comes from right, tell me, Matty, right now, let's flip the interview round. When was the last time you did something you're not proud of, you met somebody, you bumped into somebody, you just went, or like you were angry for whatever, there was someone, like when was the last time you met and you just like, you bumped shoulders, you fuck off, like, you know what I mean, as opposed to I'm sorry.
Like a random person I don't know?
A random person, when was the last time you did that? You bumped into someone, you went fuck off as opposed to I'm sorry. But every other time you go I'm sorry. The last time I did it was when I was upset.
Not since I've been in the UK, I don't think that's happened since I've been here. I've been in situations, mainly when I've been under the influence, and people just sort of bump into me, and you play this like hard man character. But
why do you reckon you play the hard man character in that situation?
Because I'm just like I'm full of like false bravado. I'm full of drink. I'm like out and about. I'm just feeling myself. And maybe I just feel like I can...
You reckon that bravado perhaps in some way, shape or form comes from a certain degree of insecurity that you don't really actually know how to handle yourself in a fight and you feel insecure about something?
Well, the interesting thing is, right, is that at the point where I didn't know how to handle myself in a fight to now, I would have done it more before than I would now, whereas now I'm far more polite with people. Because
so that anger came from an insecurity.
Absolutely, because I've done 3 years of mixed martial arts cage fighting.
And now you're like, if it actually kicks off, I can handle myself.
What if it actually kicks off?
I smile at you, I ain't got no beef, bro.
But if it actually kicks off, then someone really gets hurt.
Magic tricks, you go missing. I don't need to worry about my fucking thing going on around me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm secure in what I'm doing.
Absolutely.
Anger,
and that's how I feel since I've been in the UK.
Anger always comes from pain, does. For me personally, the way I'm looking at it, it's just like, not a comedian, not a terrorist, not a politician, just somebody who wants to see why the world is fucked the way it is, wants to just I want to see motherfuckers smile. Not like, oh God, I'm arrogant, I'm a comedian, like I make people smile. I do this because I want to escape capitalism.
Yeah.
The reason I do this is for the worst of reasons, narcissism and laziness. By all means.
You're not lazy though. I wouldn't say lazy. I'd definitely say narcissism.
Yes, I'm not lazy. How I've engaged in comedy, I'm not lazy. I've hustled. Yes, no doubt about it. Nobody can deny that.
Yeah.
But I'm lazy because I didn't want to work 9 hours a day. Fuck that shit. Like,
yeah.
I want to smoke weed and sit on the couch during the day. That's me. That's my dream.
Yeah.
That's where I wanted to be always.
Do you feel like you
lazy in that
can
sense.
like be successful in comedy and just sit around and smoke weed on the couch? So I feel like there is some degree. I think you're almost selling yourself short, but realistically, I don't see what you do every hour of the day, and I feel like if that's the reason you really got into comedy, then I don't think it's going to be a long lasting.
That was a prime goal, and that's why it shouldn't have been a long-lasting game, but it was somehow.
Okay.
But nevertheless, you're right, and you're wrong in the sense that like you're right because it shouldn't be a long-lasting, but it did turn out to be a long-lasting game. But like that's why I got into it because I wanted to sit down, mate. But I don't know. I think like so me
You
and
got
me,
into stand-up
me and
to
all my
sit
winters
down?
were talking about today about the overlap between like emos and trans people.
Okay.
And like non-binary people and autistic people. And I think there's a strong overlap between people who want to sit down and do comedy. And I think like kind of there's this sort of thing like back of your mind, front of your mind, whatever, where you're going like, this isn't what life is about. Like, no disrespect to any of the people working here, but like your job, your life, your purpose, your identity, your belonging, what makes you human isn't working a £7 an hour job.
Yeah.
I mean, it isn't fucking running around doing a fucking plates, getting a fucking bit of grief because it fucking handed late or whatever.
Yeah.
The purpose is so much deeper than that as a species.
Do you feel like
More than
people are
an
missing
individual.
purpose? Is that like one of the most common things that you see? That not only
No,
are
it's
they...
not for me to judge other people. For me, I was like, yo, let's go sit down and smoke some weed. I want to enjoy myself. That's my purpose, to enjoy myself, to be happy. So how do I be happy? Okay, this is what I do. And then all of a sudden, like the creative side of comedy like came through as well. But like,
I think your purpose is more than that. You can't just say your purpose is like wanting to sit down and smoke weed, but I feel like if you're working a job that you really don't enjoy, or you're working a job that doesn't have any goals or any sort of progression, not necessarily a job that has progression, because there's many jobs where you can work your way up the corporate ladder. But does that mean something to you? Does that progression actually mean fulfillment for you? And really, does it all matter at the end of the day? Because you work your way up to the top and you get there and you look down at all the people that you left in your wake, and are you really that happy? And it's the same with comedy. If you're a fuckwit on the open mic circuit, you'll make it to the big time. If you do, if you're lucky enough to slip through the cracks, and you'll be sitting up there with no one.
no, real talk. So, yeah, 100%. Like, you clocked it. While I'm sat here with you right now, recording this fucking podcast, that perhaps 14 people might listen to for free.
There's a
Well, I like
possibility.
you and I like the job I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Trying to cut some meat, he's having a fucking hard time.
Chicken! I'm trying to cook some chicken, ma'am.
I didn't specify what it is.
We're editing. What?
What is wrong with it?
I don't usually eat beef. Like, it's not what's wrong with the steak, it's what's wrong with me, mate.
What's happening? What is going on? This is the funniest shit ever. Brown man trying to eat.
Hindu trying to eat beef.
Just don't send this to your mum, I think. Come on, just do it. Oh my god. That was stressful.
Shut up!
I wanted to ask you, have you seen the Michael Moore documentary about the Trump election in America?
When we're Roger Stone.
What's that?
The one with Roger Stone.
I don't know who Roger Stone is. You gotta explain to me who Roger Stone is.
I'm pretty sure he's in jail. He's like political spin doctor, did a lot for Republican president. Like, he's good, man. He's like,
Is he the guy
he's trying to be a comedian, being the best comedian I've
from
seen.
Cambridge Analytics? It's all about Cambridge Analytica.
Way before Cambridge Analytica.
Right, okay, no, it's not that.
One of the most president I've ever seen was him. It's not a documentary going, in school we had to do elections. We were in a very heavy Republican school.
Yeah.
And it was like Kennedy versus the Republican president. And I I liked Kennedy's hair.
Okay.
So I convinced everyone to vote Kennedy, you know how I did it. And at the start of this documentary, bear in mind, this is now like one of Trump's biggest campaign advisors before he went to jail. I went round, I told everyone that the Republican president was going to give us more homework. He was going to give us 2 essays a night to do. Obviously, this Republican president had no impact on this school, but this very Republican fucking school ended up voting entirely Democrat in this mock election.
Really?
That's the first thing of the documentary, and him bragging about it. And like that was like, yo, that's mental manipulation, like mind manipulation, population manipulation, which is essential to what we do as a job, as Roger Stone or Trump. Like we need to do that well as well. We need to make the entire room like us and laugh and smile.
Yeah.
But the way you just deliver it like that. I told them all I was going to give us 2 times as much homework.
Yeah.
And then entirely heavily Republican school vote Democrat. Fake news, that's what it is. That's impressive.
Well, if you want to hear the greatest example of fake news and basically criminals getting away with murder in support of politics, what do you know about Flint, Michigan?
Oh, the water poisoning.
Yeah.
That's America through and through. Like this is the thing, and this is where the right like have some sort of leaning, like or have some sort of like justification for everyone who kicks off about Trump and the border. Everyone kicks off about Trump in the Middle East. The right and Republicans can always go, well, Obama and drones and Obama and the Obama liberal, the centre liberals were just as bad.
What do you think, though, about the situation of a place like Michigan having their water poisoned and having them fake test results saying that it wasn't poisoned so that they could continue poisoning the water to sell the fresh lake water for profit? What do you think about that in comparison to the studies that have come out and the knowledge that everyone fucking has because of the way this geographical country is laid out, that if Brexit was to come through and you don't sort out import and export, there's not enough food in this country to
Has
feed...
America ever been anything but a disaster capitalist country? Has it?
But don't you think
Has
that
it?
the
Has
UK,
it?
don't you think that the UK could end up like that as well? Because there's not enough food produced in this country to feed everyone here. And do you know who's going to miss out first?
Since 1979, Reagan was in charge of America. Thatcher was in charge of the UK. Thatcherism, Reaganomics, disaster capitalism. Let the fucking market regulate everything. Now, where are we? Where are we right now? Like, look. Chelsea, Kensington, the richest estate in the UK. Pay extra money for more police. Now I went to America, I went to San Fran, I went down Skid Row. I went to LA, I went down Skid Row. Scariest place I've ever seen in my life, 10 minutes away. That was Beverly Hills, the most blasted place I've ever seen in my life.
Skid Row was 10 minutes from Beverly Hills?
10-minute drive.
What?
10-minute drive. And I thought to myself, why? When you have this level of inequality, 10-minute drive with each other, there's not been this many riots.
That's what
And then
people
I
say
went to
about
India, and there was
India.
loads of fucking riots.
That's what people say about India is like, oh,
When was
they're-
the last time that inequality was anywhere close in Europe?
No.
French Revolution. What happened in the French Revolution? They deposed Louis, they killed him. His children, 2 8-year-old boys, went missing. If you're rich, I don't want your 8-year-old kids to go missing. I really, honestly hope to fucking God we don't get to such a point of savagery. But when you consider life as it is and you think, well, because of my hedge funds or my fucking assets or my houses, they don't get to eat and that's not my fucking problem. 20 years time your kids might go missing. That's not a threat. That's not being horrible. My parents have assets. It's not me it's me talking and worrying about perhaps my own future fucking kids.
Yeah.
But that's where the French Revolution led to. Inequality has never been this level that it is now, that it was at the French Revolution. That was the last time we've had inequality this bad. I've been to Skid Row. I've walked through the fucking tents. I've walked through the fucking American Kale.
Are you
and then I've
talking
walked into
worldwide
Beverly
inequality?
Hills. Yeah, because since 79, 79, since Thatcherism, since Reaganomics, it was all about just letting these fucking disaster capitalists. Look, if you're a capitalist, fucking make your money, blood. I listen gangster rap. My dad runs a corner shop like Thatcher's father. I don't give a fuck about that. Make your money. But, like, look at Jacob Rees-Mogg, look at Anastasia Rees-Mogg. It's disaster capitalism. It's not just, look at the trains, right? We're not talking about people making money. People can make money, I ain't no beef for that.
Yeah.
We're talking about people making money off the basics, of the water we drink, of the food we eat, of the houses. We need to be able to survive. And you can make more money as a businessman when there's a burgeoning middle class. Yeah? So, like, look, I've spent like 20 to 30 grand in this job in the past 8 years on trains. I could have paid for a house for that. It's not about the rate of inflation, it's about the rate of inflation of the cost of survival. Not the cost of living, the cost of survival. Like trains, transport, buses, cars, insurance gone through the roof, rent, the price of the house through the roof, food through the... I run a corner shop, bro. That's not a hack joke, that's what my dad does. Our corner shop, we sold Freddo's for 5p in 96. They're now 30p. That's
300 times.
300% inflation.
Yeah.
Now Freddo's aren't essential to life,
Yes.
but trains and transport are. Your fucking roof over your head is. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Your food is. And I suppose if you survive on Freddo's, that is food. If you can't afford the basics, what happens? Racism, disaster capitalism, I'll kill you because I don't actually realise he's killing me. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. I feel like when I got here from Australia, I felt like...
Yeah, in Australia is the best example. Whatever you want to talk about the Aboriginals, the racism, and this, that, and the other, the way the Australian government conceived Australian people, like, yeah, okay, it was racist, but like white Australians are Australians, right? You're our citizens, yeah?
Yeah.
So, cigarettes maybe $20 a pack,
Yeah.
beer maybe $6 a beer, but the wage is $20 an hour.
The wage is good.
Everyone's comfortable.
Yeah.
And I'd studied economics. My degree was economics at university, my undergraduate, yeah?
Okay.
And we're so concerned on the right-leaning side of economics and the Adam Smith style that, oh fuck, if we talk, if we do this, that and the other, like, we can't have inflation, we're crazy. In Australia, that was the thing, inflation went crazy, but wages stayed in line with inflation. And now in the UK and the US, inflation has risen steadily, but wages have just stayed down here.
I felt like as soon as I got here, the whole country's purpose was to fuck me in the arse. Like a TV license.
Like everyone trying to make their money. They used to fuck you in the arse because they can make an extra couple of quid.
Everyone's got to have their little fingers in the pie. And even like comedy, even like we were talking about before, I'm organising to fucking send some comedians over to do a thing overseas. The guy that's been messaging me to book it's now contacting the comedian so he doesn't have to pay me so he can put more money for him. And
Well,
like,
I would call this is, you don't get it as bad in Europe, and maybe if you got it that bad, because your thing was in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Maybe you got it that bad, you're just a cunt. In Amsterdam, it ain't that bad, because Amsterdam and like I do lots of work on it, and Europe is still bare socialist, which is why like the UK did Brexit, yada 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 yada. Like politically, species, like we're different. Like, but what I would call the UK have always tried to be America.
Yeah.
And America have always tried to be America. And what the central thing is that Thatcherism, that Reaganomics, that disaster capitalism, the centre of it is that like the centre of it is that you get to, it's essentially the sunken zone.
Okay.
That's the best way to describe it. Like,
This is the UK we're talking about.
UK and the US, this Thatcherism, this Reaganomics.
Right. Yeah.
And what the sunken zone creates is like, I'm not going to lift you up if I'm at the bottom of the pit.
Yep.
I'm going to climb over the top of you.
Yep.
I'm going to smash your face into the wall as my hand goes on your head.
Yeah.
and my foot goes on your shoulder.
Yeah, it's everyone
The
grabbing
sunken
as
zone
they
is us
fall
climbing
into the
over
sinkhole.
one another
Yeah.
to get not to the top, just to pretty much get to a second one to survive.
Income tax, council tax, TV license, rent overpriced, the price of eating out, the food is so overrated and overexpensive. The alcohol is cheaper because if you get people drunk, they're fucking stupid. They can't actually think about what's going on. The reason why every fucking town has a pub, every fucking football game is like, oh, there's just a drinking culture. The drinking culture has been brought about by the fact that you're getting fucked in the ass so hard that it just feels better when your asshole's numb. And that's why the UK has such a drinking culture. People say that Australia has a drinking culture, okay? Australia has a binge drinking culture. We like to drink in excess in small doses, right? Because we're not drinking to forget, we're drinking to have fun. Right? We haven't got anything to forget about. We know what's going on. Right? We know what's going on within Australia. However, what I've noticed about the Australian media is that it's very sheltered. You really only hear about what happens in Australia. We're not big on world news because we're a fucking island in the middle of nowhere and nobody cares because they're so far away for anything to really impact
run
us.
the world's media.
What do you mean?
Birds!
What do you mean we run the world's media?
Well, I'm being groomed right now
You're being groomed.
by an Australian man.
Okay. In what sense?
Rupert Murdoch. I work for him.
Okay. Yeah.
He sends me about £200 a month, £300 a month.
Okay.
And
For what?
I co-present a radio station for Talk Radio.
Okay.
Another presenter. She does it 4 times a month.
Yeah.
I do it 2 times. I do it 2 Sundays. She does it 4 Sundays, but I do it with her all the time.
Okay.
And Rupert Murdoch, like, I'm hard left. I was one of these people that came from the environment and kind of, oh wow, like, you know, like fucking, oh, I'm hard left. Like Rupert Murdoch, he's running some conspiracy, yada. And then I'm on his radio show. It's the radio show he owns. And I'm like, well, maybe he's not this much of a crazy conspiratorial dude, because if he was, well, I wouldn't be saying this on this podcast right now, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Australian journalism, well, I mean, Australian tabloids, or UK tabloids, were shaped by that man. He's obsessed with it because of his dad. Like, his dad was like a Fleet Street journalist and did all that kind of thing. And he has this weird soft spot for it in the same way that, like, I have a soft spot for Newcastle United.
Yeah.
Because it just reminds you of that time when you were young and innocent.
The happy times.
Yeah. But you can't talk about UK journalism without acknowledging, like, well, there's Fox Australia, there's Fox America, there's The Sun here, there's Talk Radio, which I am a proud fucking commentator on.
Yeah.
There's also Fox, the TV show. Like, is it like every one of my liberal values, by and large, like thinking the Daily Mail was stupid, thinking that I'm lefty and liberal and this, that, where it came from was 2 things: Russell Howard's Good News Show and Family Guy. Family Guy was produced by Fox Studios. Russell Howard, that's on Sky.
Okay.
So all of my liberal values, where I am right now, came from Rupert Murdoch. And that's not me saying it as a paid up member of his fucking staff right now.
You're not a Rupert Murdoch dick rider.
Did you become, like, where did your liberal views come from? Did they come from The Simpsons? Because again, Fox Studios.
I don't really know. Like, I feel like I've never given thought to where my views come from. I feel
I
like
have been astounded to figure out how the fuck I am who I am. Where did it come from? How? Why am I sat here right now at this big moment in time?
because I grew up in a very
Mentally,
Christian
physically.
household. Did you grow up in a
Really?
religious household? No. Like no church on Sunday type situation.
No, my dad was Hindu, my mother was Sikh.
Okay.
They raised me Hindu, they raised me Lap sort of it, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I still live in this white area where nobody's religious. I went to a...
Did you do like morning
lived
prayers
in
and what have you? No.
We read the Lord's Prayer every day before I went to school.
Okay.
But I still grew up in a tough area where no one was up in the house.
Okay.
Because
Because I had a friend that was Sikh and he used to like.
Fucking hell. Come on, how can you look to God there?
Yeah.
And then I went to this posh school. But nobody can look to God because, well, we are God, Raul. I mean, look at what we get to control. Like, there was no room for laws.
Yeah. So like it's weird to try and think about like where your views have come from and how you've been shaped. But like my opinion of it is if someone comes to me with a new view, like I had a really good chat with Umbi on the podcast about non-binary, and I was basically like, sell non-binary to me, and if you can convince me, I'll go with it. And we spent an hour and we had a conversation. I asked the questions I wanted to ask, and at the end of that I was like, yeah, okay, I'm on board, like I get it, I understand. Like it's sort of, I don't understand, but like I understand enough to be accepting. And it's that sort of thing. It's not any one TV show or any one group of ideas or any one source of media that's put me into thinking the way that I think. But it's just it's an open mind, and I feel like that's what's too present in some people and lacking in others. If you're too open-minded, then you can't make up your mind, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but too open-minded gets you in trouble too. Like you've seen people who are too open-minded, and they know they're so fucking open-minded they're doing like terrorists. Like a documentary maker who wanted to do a documentary in the Louis Theroux documentary on the Westboro Baptist Church.
Yes, yeah.
And then she became a Westboro Baptist member. Too open-minded.
Too open-minded.
You know what I mean?
Well, you saw the woman that went the other way, that was ex-Westboro Baptist, and now went out and now she's doing TED Talks about how fucking mad the religion is. Same with David Miscavige's son, that got out of Scientology and is now speaking out about...
That's not open-minded, that's critical thinking.
What do you mean that's critical thinking?
Critical thinking doesn't always equate to open-mindedness.
Okay.
They can be the same thing, they can be two different things, right?
Okay.
If I am open-minded, I might come here and you might convince me why Sunderland is the best football club in the world, right?
Okay.
Too open-minded. But if I come here and I'm critically thinking, you're telling me Sunderland's the best football club in the world, I'm never going to fall for it because I can look at the facts myself.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Like,
Okay.
as somebody, if you make me feel that Sunderland is the best football club in the world, I'm open-minded. Don't present the rational arguments. It's not critical thinking. You know what I mean?
You've said Sunderland's the best football club in the world too many times for me to not edit that into like a small soundbite.
Matty, I really like you. I think you're funny. I think you're a good lad. I think you got the right hustle about you. Don't make me muddy. There's a lot of pre-event land in this world, in this country. I know some Albanian Kosovans. They do magic tricks. People go missing. You edit this in.
I saw a guy from Newcastle today doing a show about being from Newcastle and moving to Australia, and he said, he's recently had a kid. His name's Dan Wills. Yeah, good guy.
Dan Wills, he runs the joint, man. Dan Wills is, edit this in. Dan Wills is, he runs the joint, man. He runs everything, bro.
Dan Wills is good.
That boy, he's not. I shouldn't call him boy.
Man.
He paved the way for me and you to come forward.
Yeah. He's good. He was really good. He made my day. But he said when he had his daughter, one of his friends from Newcastle, sent him a T-shirt that says, "I can't walk and I can't talk and I already fucking hate Sunderland FC." It was like a little baby onesie.
Dan's a good guy, man. I know damn well. He's king, man. He rules roost. And he taught me everything I know about Fringe.
Really? This is his 14th Fringe, I think.
14 Fringe. He runs 6 shows a day. He's stacked.
Yeah.
Bro. And bro, you're not like you because you've got links there, your base there, you probably go there, stay with parents or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're English, you want to go to Australia, you're looking at either Dan or you're looking at Adam Anderson.
Yeah.
And Dan is Dan's a good guy. And
Dan's your dad.
Dan thinks you're the shit he put you on. I'm always trying to impress Dan. This ain't me saying shit. This ain't me blowing smoke up anyone's own. I like Dan, but I'm trying to impress him at every given minute because that guy, he runs he's important.
Yeah.
He's important. He runs shit in Australia. I've never ever visited Australia. I want to see Gold Coast. I want to see Byron Bay. I want to be stung by a fucking jellyfish like Steve Irwin. I give a fuck, bro.
It was a stingray, but okay.
But I want to be there, bro. I want to see every Australian I met is a fucking loose cannon. Sometimes a racist loose cannon, but most often they're not just a loose cannon. And I want to see what your life's like on that side of the world. The British, they sent you over there to be behind bars. Half you cunts came back to work behind bars. Like, but every Australian I met is a party, man. They're fun. I want to see what you're like. I know full well, Dan is my first route in there and my last route. Like, well, not my last route. That's a stretch. You never know. I might have some cousin there or some shit or whatever. But like, Dan runs the joints, man. Dan is, he's king of the roost. He's fucking king of the hill, actually.
Dan's the boy. Well, Raul, we've almost done an hour. You finished off your very wholesome Hindu-friendly meal. Is there any
fried chicken, mama?
Is there any last words that you wanted to say? Anyone that you wanted to thank? If we can give like a roundup of the Fringe for you.
Hey, shout out yourself, man. You're out here, you're doing your own things. You got your Sunday night with your who was the owner of your bar? The fucking Indian guy with the whitest name I've ever heard.
Mike.
He's like, hello, I'm Mike. I'm like, fuck off. You're Mikhail or some shit. Like, what the fuck is this?
His name's Manyak.
Manyak, there you go.
Yeah.
Shout out Manyak. Shout out Mike. Shout out yourself. Shout out motherfuckers who just out here hustling, doing their own thing, mate. I kept on Megabus fucking floors to do this and to make this a fucking job. I've got like 3 free Fringe shows a day. Dan taught me how to do that. Shout out him too. But shout out any motherfucker who just made this career out of like putting the hustle in. Shout out anyone who just decided to come to a steak restaurant, like the fried chicken restaurant at 12:20. On a fucking
Tuesday.
Wednesday after Tuesday, whatever it is.
I know, now it's Wednesday.
To hustle and get an interview where, 17 people are going to listen to this, but you never know how shit
we
rolls
get decent listeners.
You never know how shit's going to roll over. Like, that's what it's all about. That's how you make your name. Shout out you motherfuckers.
Beautiful. Raul Kohli, everybody, live from the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in Ox 184, right in the heart of
Chicken
Edinburgh.
restaurant, ma'am.
See you, cunts.